seriously, what world just saw that?
Right here?
Yeah,
Over there?
Yeah, we'll be trending shortly.
How about over here? So I sit over here?
You're still in it. You're still in the frame.
The back of my hair look good?
Yeah, that gray shows up real well.
Good afternoon. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out this afternoon for our annual Senior Awards Banquet. It's actually been 3 years since we've done this thing in person. So it feels really good to get back to some normalcy and have this thing in person in an auditorium, be able to recognize the awesome accomplishments of the class of 2022 in the quote-unquote traditional way. Parents and guardians that are here in attendance this afternoon, again, thank you for attending. This is a special ceremony for us. You can see there is a large number of students on this stage this afternoon that we are going to be recognizing for a myriad of accomplishments, and every single one of them is extremely well deserved. This is an awesome class, and I'm just really happy that you guys are here with us this afternoon to be able to recognize them and appreciate all the effort they've put in over these past 4 years, 13 years. Juniors are 11th graders that are in attendance. There's a reason you guys are down here. In 1 calendar year, this is you. And I want you to see what it is that you're going to be working towards over the next year. Not only is there a lot of accomplishments and awards that are going to be handed out this afternoon, just being blunt, there is a lot of money that is going to be handed out this afternoon as well. You know, the hard work and dedication that these students have put in over their high school careers is going to be rewarded handsomely this afternoon, and I want that to be an incentive to you students to work towards that for next year. So, without further ado, we're going to get right into it because we do have a lot of awards to hand out this afternoon. And we're going to start off with our Armed Services, our United States Marine Awards. For these awards, please just stand and remain standing until we finish the award, and please hold your applause until I'm done. Our Distinguished Athlete Award, our male is Carter Lilly, and our female is Janae Berge. Stand. And now the applause. Our Scholastic Excellence Award, again from the United States Marine Corps. Our male is Timothy Marvin, and the female is Janae Berge. And the Semper Fidelis Award for Music from the United States Marine Corps goes to Lucas Howard. Our United States Army Awards. Our Scholar Athlete Award goes to Luke Rapp. And the United States Army Achievement Award goes to Brody Scoggins. And at this time, I would like to invite up to the stage Coach Veronica Irvine, better known as Coach V, to present our Rocket Swim Team Awards.
Thank you so much for inviting me back after these years. I'm going to honor 3 of our swimmers today, but not only have they been rocket swimmers and also our very, very successful high school team, which we started 4 years ago. And all 3 were captains. So the first one I want to acknowledge is Riley Godell. Done some great swimming achievements, doing the 500 and breaking that time every time. But as a captain, she's a great leader and will do well in college with that. My next one is Kaylee Johnson. Kaylee Johnson said to me, "Coach, I can't do that. But she was able to, and also beat her time and bested her time at districts as well. So she's done outstanding and amazing. My next one is Ashley Shamblin. Another great swimmer, and this year she had to beat mono and helping her mum, and also becoming an EMT as well, which is part of my heart and part of my lifestyle as well. So I'm very proud of Ashley and for what she's achieved. But also I want one more just little shout out. The Rocket Swim team, he actually had 1 year where he got grounded by Dad for the summer, so he couldn't swim with us. But he did do high school, and that's Farrell's son. So here's Okay, getting a gift from the swim team, and the three of you, congratulations.
All right, our next round of awards and recognition is for the NOCTI Skills Certificates for the class of 2022. For those of you that don't know, this past year we had 8 career and technical education programs at Melton Area High School. And those programs range from 3, 2, and 1 year programs. But the culmination of those programs, and that includes building trades, automotive technology, drafting, early childhood education, criminal justice, agriculture, accounting, and diversified occupations. The culmination of those programs is the NOCTI exam, which is an extremely comprehensive exam that is a 2-day exam. There's a written part where questions range anywhere from 150 to 250 questions on their program. And then the second day of the exam is a practical component where they have to demonstrate the hands-on components of their particular area of expertise. So that is a huge exam that these kids take to end their program. And what we're going to recognize is those that achieved high marks and those that also achieved advanced status. I'm very proud to announce these students because it is a culmination of a lot of years of very hard work in their individual programs. And I also like to think of it as we're acknowledging the individuals that are going to be providing that much needed 21st century labor market needs. These kids are going out into the workforce, they're going into post-secondary institutions, and they're going to be providing services to this community and this state that are so desperately needed. And I think the recognition they're about to get is extremely well deserved. So starting, I'm going to list these off. Please stand and remain standing when I call your name, and please hold your applause to the end. For accounting, Brody Bender. For criminal justice, Riley Godown, Jalen Jovel, Trent Strauss, Cody Templin, Leah Walter. For 21st century skills, Quadir Herbert and Caitlin Weaver. For automotive mechanics technology, Braxton Blyler, Cole Goodwin, Dakota Murray, Jose Rivera Agosto, Connor Smith. For child care and support services management, Maya Cromwell, Jace Ham, Aaliyah Nixon. And for building construction occupations, Colton Brinsenhoff, Adam Erb, Timothy Marvin, Dale Curtis Mitchell, Austin Robbins, Farrell Sight, and Eric Taylor. Let's give them a round of applause. Outstanding job, thank you. Students that achieved a level of competency on their NOCTI exam. Again, same thing, read your name, remain standing. For accounting, Aiden Hartman. For 21st century skills, Marissa Leitzel. Child care and support services, Lindsay Campbell. Building construction, Tyler Long, Nolan Miller, and Christopher Snyder. For automotive mechanics technology, Nathan Fabian, Brandon Lopez, and Makai Nolder. And for agriculture, Olivia Arnold and Samantha Hepler. Congratulations. They represented our programs extremely well over the past several years. Really proud of those kids and excited to see what they do in their respective fields. Now we're going to move on to the Senior Academic Awards. These are being awarded to individuals with some of the highest grades and GPAs in their respective disciplines. When I read your name, please stand and remain standing. For accounting, Brody Bender. For choral music, Leslie Krebs and Jaden Cottage. For computer science, Nathan Rauch. Early childhood education, Jenna Carl. For English, Brody Scoggins. Family and consumer science, foods, Riley Murray. Journalism, Riley Godown. Mathematics, Brody Scoggins. Science, Ashley Shamblin. Spanish Awards, first place to the student with the highest average after 4 years of Spanish. That goes to Luke Raup. Second place to the student with the second highest average, Morgan Dreisbaugh. Technical Drawing, Andrew Rohr. And the Melton Rotary Club Vocational Technical Excellence Award, Riley Godown. Congratulations. Now our Senior School and Community Awards. When I read your name, please stand and remain standing. Hold your applause to the end. The Charles and Mary Lou Journalism Scholarship, Morgan Dreisbaugh. The Class of 1982 Service Award, Leah Walter. The Class of 1997 Leadership Award, Ashley Shamblin. The Class of 2011 Memorial Award, Ian Kiefer. The Class of 1971 Award for Learning Support goes to Jace Ham. And the Class of 1971 Award for Special Education goes to Leah Walter. The Daughters of the American Revolution Scholarship, Kelly Haas. The G. Lawrence Brown Vocational Business Award, 2 recipients, Riley Godown and Timothy Marvin. Life Source Scholarships, Maya Cromwell and Jace Ham. Mifflinburg Bank and Trust, Brody Bender. The Melton Lions Club Technical Award, Andrew Rohr. The Rich Huff Fund Scholarship, Maya Cromwell. The Ross Moore Memorial Award in Instrumental Music, Samantha Hepler. Women's Club of Melton Visual Arts Scholarship, Jordan King. The Women's Club of Melton Visual English Scholarship, Abigail Snyder. And the Woodman Life Award, Ian Kiefer. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to invite to the podium our athletic director, girls varsity soccer coach, girls varsity track coach, district championship winning varsity girls track coach, Mr. Rodney Harris.
Good afternoon. Next section of our awards will be most of our athletic awards. We will start with our Senior Tri-Athlete Awards. This goes to an athlete who plays 3 or more varsity sports and receives a varsity letter in all of the sports they played. This year's recipients, when I please call your name, stand up. Please hold our applause to the end. Austin Gaynor, Jacqueline Hoppel, Carter Lilly, Leah Walter. Congratulations. Next, we have our Outstanding Seniors by Sport. This is a Booster Club Award and is awarded to the senior athlete in each individual sport they play and are selected by the head coach of each sport. Once again, as I call your name, please just stand and we'll recognize everyone with applause at the end. Football, Quadir Herbert. Boys soccer, Austin Gaynor. Girls soccer, Leah Walter. Boys cross country, Chase Bilodeau. Girls cross country, Jacqueline Hoppel. Field hockey, Bianca Long. Boys tennis, Luke Embeck. Girls tennis, Leslie Krebs. Boys golf, Wyatt Parker.
At this time, will all teachers check your email and check for an email from Mrs. Certain? At this time, please check your email.
Cheerleading, Brianna Martz. Boys basketball, Dale Mitchell. Girls basketball, Leah Walter. Wrestling, Nathan Rauch. Boys bowling, Gavin Walsh. Baseball, Austin Gaynor. Softball, Kirsten Stork. Girls track, Janae Berge. Boys track, Chris Avilas. Boys swimming, Farrell Sight. Girls swimming, Riley Godown. Congratulations. The Robert L. Cole Memorial Award to a golf athlete, Andrew Rohrer. The PIAA Athletes of the Year and the PIAA Sportsman of the Year. This also goes to our male and female recipients in both categories, and it is voted on by all of the varsity coaches. The PIAA Athlete of the Year, male recipient, Austin Gaynor. Female recipient, Leah Walter. PIAA Sportsman of the Year, male recipient, Quadir Herbert. Female recipient, Leah Walter. The Sun Gazette Athletes of the Year, male recipient, Austin Gaynor. Female recipient, Leah Walter. The next set of awards will be our scholarships. The first one is our Blake R. Kovalerich Covey Memorial Award. It is the purpose of the Blake R. Kovalerich Covey Memorial Award to recognize a graduating senior who best exemplifies the values and zest for life of Blake Covey Kovalerich. Blake, a 2013 graduate of Milton High School, was tragically killed in a car accident on November 5th, 2016. He attended Pennsylvania College of Technology, where he was studying culinary arts and restaurant management. Blake is lovingly remembered for his love of music, the outdoors, ice hockey, and spending time with his friends. He was outgoing and never met a stranger. Blake had a way of making even the newest friends feel as if he had known them for years. In high school, Blake was a member of the National Honor Society and participated in track and field, golf, bowling, and basketball. This year's recipient, Leah Walter. Leah, would you please come forward? The next 10 scholarships are our Booster Club Athletic Scholarships. Each one is a $500 gift. Athletes, as I call your name, please come up and receive your certificate. The Earl C. Heimball Award. Earl Heimball was a lifelong resident of Milton and worked many years at Milton Manufacturing Company. He was an avid fan of all high school sports and helped to organize the current Milton Panther Cup program. This award was first presented in 1970. This year's recipient, Jaden Cottage. James F. Jimmy Haas Award. As a member of the Milton Booster Club, James F. Jimmy Haas always wanted to serve the student athletes at Milton High School. He did this by serving as a Booster Club trustee and working many fundraising events for more than 25 years. A 1965 graduate of Milton High, he joined the Air Force and served a tour of duty in Vietnam and was honorably discharged in 1969. He retired from ACF Industries after 39 years and was an avid Milton sports fan, rarely missing a Black Panther sporting event. Jimmy died unexpectedly on July 23, 2005. This year's recipient, Luke Raup. The Max McNear Award. Employed as Chef Boyardee as a department manager from 1940 to 1966, Mr. McNear was a very active Boy Scouting and involved in various sports. He was a charter member of the Milton Booster Club. This award was first presented in 1966. This year's recipient, Andrew Rohr. The Russell C. Stevenson Award. Russ was a Shamokin native who moved to Milton in 1950. He worked at TRW in Danville for 25 years. Russ was the first president of the Milton Booster Club. This award was first presented in 1978. This year's recipient, Janae Birdie. Paul R. Schweitzer Award. A Williamsport native who moved to Milton in 1953. He worked at ACF from 1939 to 1976. He was a charter member of the Milton Booster Club and the club's first vice president. This award was first presented in 1976. This year's recipient, Brody Bender. Thomas B. Wands Award. Tom was a lifelong resident of Milton who worked as a machinist at ACF. He was an avid fan of all high school sports. He was a charter member of the Milton Booster Club. This award was first presented in 1971. This year's recipient, Kirsten Stork. The Richard Dick Powell Award. Dick Powell was a lifetime resident of Milton who loved and supported many organizations in the Milton community. His passion for sports led him to help establish the Milton Black Panther Booster Club and served as president for many years. This year's recipient, Riley Murray. The Pete and Karen Bergen Award. Karen is a 1964 Milton graduate who has spent 40 plus years as a Milton Booster Club member, 20 years as the Milton Booster Club treasurer, and avid Milton sports fan. Pete is a 1960 Milton graduate and a lifetime Milton resident. He is an avid Milton sports fan who has spent 50 plus years as a Milton Booster Club member and 25 years as the club president. Pete is committed to the school district and the student athletes. He is originator of Milton Elementary Wrestling Program and has coached and assisted at all levels of Milton wrestling. This year's recipient, Leah Walter. Pete Karshner Award. Pete is a lifelong resident of Milton and supporter of Milton athletics. He graduated from Milton High School in 1940, where he played on the basketball team. He served in the Air Force and returned to Milton to work at ACF for approximately 45 years. Pete was an active member of the Booster Club and served as secretary for over 20 years. He faithfully volunteered in the concession stand and was a peanut roaster at Friday night football games. In 1987, he was the recipient of the Super Booster Award. This year's recipient, Kelly Hawes. The Kevin Fry Award. Kevin is a lifelong resident and alumni of Milton Area School District. He has been an active member of the Milton Athletic Booster Club since 1987 and has held various officer positions over time. He is currently a trustee for the club. In addition, Kevin is an active member of the Milton Board of Education for over 20 years, serving in the past as a president and currently serves as the vice president of the organization. Kevin is a Milton Area School District graduate, as are his children. He is committed to his volunteer work on behalf of the quality education that students receive, as evidenced by his years of volunteer service. This year's recipient, Trent Strauss. At this time, I'd like to introduce high school co-principal, Mr. Michael Berge.
Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome everyone as well, parents, families, juniors, thank you for coming today. It's an incredible opportunity that we get to have to celebrate some amazing accomplishments of this year's graduating class. We've got a great group of kids. I can't tell you how many times we have conversations about this specific class and just what a pleasant group, intelligent group, and a respectful group of individuals that we are blessed with here at Milton High School. We're definitely going to miss them, but we know that they have set a great example for our underclassmen, and we trust that those underclassmen will follow in the legacy that this year's graduating seniors have left. So let's continue with our award ceremony. The next award is the Robert G. Bailey Vocational Shop Award, awarded to a student in the vocational shop with the highest 3-year average. This award honors Robert G. Bailey, who served 30 years in the Milton Area School District from 1968 to 1998 as a drafting mechanical drawing teacher and a vocational shop coordinator. In honor of his dedication and hard work, we recognize the efforts of the vocational student who also possesses Mr. Bailey's same traits. This year's recipient is Cole Goodwin. Gina L. Barnhart Memorial Award, presented by her family in memory of Gina L. Barnhart. Gina was a student and cheerleader at the Milton Middle School. This award is given to a cheerleader who will be attending college majoring in elementary education. This year's recipient is Kelly Halls. Michael V. Bergen Memorial Award, presented by the family and friends in memory of Michael Verrill Bergen. Michael was a 1990 graduate of Milton High School, a wrestler, and an avid sports fan. Michael lost his battle with cystic fibrosis in January of 1999. This award, based on scholastics, sportsmanship, and need, will be presented annually to a Milton High School wrestler who is going on to further his education. This year's recipient is Nathan Rout. Mary F. Byers Memorial Awards, awarded to a senior who has best given of his or her time to the Milton Little League. This award is presented by the Milton Little League in memory of Mary F. Byers, who served as the president of the Milton Little League at the time of her death. We have a male and female recipient. The male recipient is Andrew Rohr, and the female recipient, Morgan Drysdale. Joseph A. Klinger Citizenship Award, awarded to the senior who exhibits outstanding citizenship. Dr. Joseph A. Klinger was a family physician in Milton for many years. He was the president of the Milton Trust and Safe Deposit Bank in Milton and a very prominent citizen. The trust fund for this award was established by his wife at the time of his death. We have a male and female recipient. Male recipient, Luis Hernandez, and female recipient, Kirsten Stork.
All right, next we have our Milton High School Alumni Scholarships. These scholarships are awarded to graduating seniors and past graduates of the Milton Area High School. The cash scholarship awards honor and recognize the generosity of the alumni, friends, and members of the Milton community. First, I'll start with our 2022 recipients. First up, Jaden Cottage. Next is Maya Cromwell. Anastasia Diddy. Isaiah Franciscus. Cole Goodwin. Kaylee Johnson. Leslie Krebs. Aaliyah Nixon. Nathan Rauch. Kirsten Stork. Caitlin Weaver. And last but not least, Luke Rapp. The next set of scholarships is for our past graduates, so if by chance any of them are in the audience, please stand and be recognized. But for those of you on stage, please understand that they give out these scholarships to past graduates every year, so these are things you can apply for down the road also. So our past graduate recipients are Eric Baker, Tanner Walter, Rebecca Gare, Haley Carl, John Carlos Villanueva, Pierce Ettinger, Ethan Russell, Cameron Snyder, Tyler York, Catherine Weaver, Kaylee Beardsley, and Megan Harpster. Give them a round of applause. Our next scholarship is the Dr. James F. Bacher Memorial Scholarship. Awarded annually to the student ranking third in the graduating class, this award is dedicated to Dr. Bacher's long tenure and dedication to the students of the Melton Area School District. Dr. Bacher served the district from 1962 to 1994 as a teacher, principal, and ultimately the superintendent. This year's recipient is Brody Scoggins. The Shirley Jarrett Grumlick Memorial Award. Presented by the family and friends in memory of Shirley Grumlick, Shirley dedicated 26 years to the students in the Melton Area School District as an educator and a coach. Shirley is remembered for her passion for education, athletics, and devotion to the community. This award is presented to a female student athlete who best represents the spirit and ideals of Shirley Jarrett Grumlick. This year's recipient is Riley Godown. The Chip Heimball Memorial Scholarship. Established in 1971 by Melton High School class of 1968 in memory of Byron Chip Heimball, a member of their class who was killed in an automobile accident. The scholarship is awarded annually to a Melton High School senior who exemplifies Chip's literary talents. This year's recipient is Mackenzie McBride. The Lindley S. and May S. Herf Memorial Scholarship. Presented by Barbara A. Herf Riemann Snyder and Mary E. Herf Aldage in memory of their parents Lindley S. Herf and May S. Herf. This award will be given to an individual who demonstrates excellence in an area outside of traditional academics or sports. In addition to character and financial need, the selection committee also considers such qualities as perseverance, enthusiasm, kindness, courtesy, and humor. And this person represents all of those. This year's recipient, Luis Hernandez.
Jane C. Carr Memorial Award. Awarded in memory of Jane Carr, elementary teacher for 13 years, drama coach for 6 years. In remembrance of her cheerful attitude and genuine caring for people involved in school plays, the Drama Club recognizes the graduating senior who participated in productions with a spirit that most clearly approaches that of Jane Carr. This year's recipient is Isaiah Franciscus. Mary K. Kaiser Educational Scholarship. Awarded annually to an individual who is entering or who is enrolled in college majoring in elementary or secondary education. It is a cash award made possible through the fund established in memory of Mrs. Mary K. Kaiser, an elementary for 27 years, 14 of those years with Milton. This year's recipient is Maya Cromwell. Aaron M. Klinger Memorial Award. It is the purpose of the Aaron M. Klinger Memorial Award to recognize a graduating senior who best represents the goals and ideas of Aaron M. Klinger, who was tragically killed in an automobile accident in January 18th of 2009. Aaron is remembered for his infectious sense of humor and an overall zest for life. He enjoyed sports, music, and family activities. He was a member of 4 district championship basketball teams, the varsity basketball team, and the National Honor Society, as well as the Student of the Month. At the time of his passing, he was a senior in exercise science at Bloomsburg University. This year's recipient is Kelly Hawes. David A. Woodring Memorial Scholarship. This award is presented in memory of David A. Woodring, former president of statewide tax recovery. In honor of David's support of the up-and-coming younger generation, this award is presented to a worthy student who is furthering his or her education. This year's recipient is Ella Schwarzentrooper. Ryan S. Koch Memorial Award. This award was established in 2007 and presented in loving memory of Ryan Koch by his family. Ryan was a 2001 graduate of Milton High School who passed away in December 2006 at the age of 24. Ryan was an outstanding wrestler who was known for his sportsmanship, respectfulness, and compassion both on and off the mat, and for his love and kindness towards his family and friends. To honor Ryan's life and memory, this monetary award will be presented to a senior athlete who has displayed these same qualities while involved in sports during school and his relationship or her relationship with others. We have 2 recipients this year, Brody Scoggins and Kirsten Stewart. Joseph S. Kowalski Excellence in Education Award. Awarded annually to a student furthering his or her studies in the field of education. This award honors Joseph S. Kowalski, who served 34 years in the Milton Area School District from 1970 to 2004 as an elementary teacher, principal, and superintendent. In all those positions, Mr. Kowalski encouraged students to excel and foster excellence in the district. This year's recipient, there are 2 of them, Leah Walter and Ian Kiefer.
All right. Next, we have the Margie A. Longenberger Memorial Award. Awarded in memory of Margie Longenberger, secondary English teacher at the junior high for 19 years. This award is for excellence in writing skills. This year's recipient, Brody Scoggins. The George V. McGee Scholarship Award, presented in memory of George V. McGee, who was a member of the Melton High School class of 1934. After he graduated from Bucknell University in 1938 with a degree in Commerce and Finance, he worked as a stockbroker at Merrill Lynch in Williamsport. Throughout his entire life, he was involved in community and church activities. This scholarship will be awarded annually to a student pursuing a bachelor's degree in business, finance, or accounting. This year's recipient is Brody Bender. The Alex Moser Memorial Scholarship, awarded by his family in loving memory of Alex, who would have graduated in 2011. Alex was an amazing person who was always passionate about whatever he was involved in. Alex was among the top nationally ranked swimmers since 8th grade and earned several state championships. He was honored as an all-state swimmer in 9th and 10th grades and proudly represented Melton High School in PIAA swimming. Alex was also a varsity soccer player and loved aggressive snowboarding, motocross, fishing, hunting, golf, skateboarding, photography, and most of all, always loved his family, friends, and classmates. Alex was always known for his wonderful smile and his enthusiasm and willingness to help others. Alex was only 17 years old when his life was suddenly taken in a fatal car accident. Sunrise, 8/25/92, sunset, 1/29/2010. This award is being presented to a graduating senior whose character and actions reflect and honor Alex's life and memory. This year's recipient is Riley Godown. The Dr. Thomas B. Musser and Dorothy B. Musser Scholarship, awarded in memory of Dr. Thomas B. Musser and Dorothy B. Musser, a retired Melton area school district teacher. This will be a cash award given to a student who has shown superb moral character and demonstrated strong motivation for achievement. Preference will be given to a student in the Kelly White Deer area, which is part of the Melton area school district. Funds for this award were provided by the estate of Thomas B. Musser in an effort to assist students in their first year of advanced education. This year's recipient is Andrew Rohr. The Dale Hill Kiwanis Award. Dale Hill was a 60-year lifetime member of Kiwanis, including the first president of the Melton Kiwanis Club. He was a distinguished lieutenant governor as well as Kiwanian of the Year in 1995, a Hickson Award winner in 1997, and held many Kiwanis international positions throughout his many years serving the Melton community and children of the world. He was a dedicated man that invested his time and talents to the Melton community, his church, and to his family. This year's recipient is Dale Curtis Mitchell.
Walter Patinsky Memorial Social Studies Award, presented by Wallace W. Fetzer, Post 71 American Legion. Mr. Patinsky was a social studies teacher, coach, and student council advisor for Milton High School for 20 years. He began his career in 1959 and died unexpectedly in April of 1980. This year's recipient is Lucas Howard. Janet M. Platt Memorial Award, awarded to a student who will be entering the field of elementary education. Janet M. Platt was an elementary teacher for 20 years with the Milton Area School District. This year's recipient is Aaliyah Nixon. Cassidy Reichenball Memorial Scholarship, presented by her family in memory of Cassidy Reichenball. Cassidy passed away in 2008 from a rare heart disease that went undetected. She was a 6th grade student who was known for her big smile and helping others whenever she could. She excelled in math and loved playing softball. The award will be given to a student who played softball and excels in math. This year's recipient is Miranda Hess. The Herman H. Bly Softball Scholarship, awarded in honor and recognition of the generosity of Herman H. Bly, former athletic director and softball coach at Milton High School. Mr. Bly wanted to leave a legacy to help student athletes pursue their higher education. This year's recipient is Kirsten Stork. Frederick V. Rick Seitz Memorial Awards, awarded in memory of Rick Seitz, a health, physical education, and driver's education teacher in the Milton Area School District for 29 years. His long and dedicated career was cut short by his untimely death in 2001. Mr. Seitz was the co-advisor of the Key Club for many years and served as the head coach of the golf team during his final years of teaching. Awards are presented annually to the graduating student who has excelled in health, anatomy, and physiology courses, the graduating student who best exemplifies the stated goals of the Key Club, and a graduating student who is a member of the golf team. There are 3 recipients this year. First, student government, Leslie Krebs. Health, anatomy, physiology, Kelly Hawes. Golf, Andrew Rourke. Carly S. Snyder Memorial Award. This award is presented in Carly's memory by her family and her family after her life was suddenly taken in 2005. Carly is most remembered for her wonderful personality and beautiful smile. She was also very fond of animals, especially horses. This award will be presented to a senior who wishes to further their education in animal care or a career in early child care education, since Carly also loved children. This year's recipient is Jillian Hopple.
The John Philip Sousa Award. John Philip Sousa is without a doubt the most famous bandmaster in the world. This national award is given to senior band students across the nation who display outstanding musicianship and ability, extreme dedication to his or her band program, and strong leadership skills. This year's recipient is Lucas Howard. The Wendy Wan Whitmoyer Memorial Award. Awarded in memory of Wendy, a Melton High School graduate, class of 1978. Wendy was a lifelong follower of Melton athletics, especially wrestling. The award will be presented to a senior wrestler who is going to continue his education or enter the military. This year's recipient is Nathan Rauch. The Michael W. Welliver Memorial Scholarship, awarded to the son or daughter of an MAEA member with the highest grade point average. The Michael W. Welliver Award commemorates the significant contributions of Mr. Welliver to the Melton Area School District and the Melton Area Education Association. He was a well-respected association leader and member. This year's recipient is Brody Scoggins. the Zachariah W. Long Memorial Scholarship. Zach was a 2001 graduate who died in Iraq. Many of us remember his smile and his sense of humor. Funds for this award came from donations by his family and friends. This scholarship will be awarded to a student who has enlisted in the armed services. This year's recipient, going into the Marine Corps, Timothy Marvin. The Mary Ellen Dean Bartholomew Memorial Scholarship, established in 2022. The purpose of the Mary Ellen Dean Bartholomew Memorial Scholarship is to recognize a graduating senior who is active in community service and plans to pursue a career in education. Mary Ellen Dean Bartholomew graduated from Melton High School in 1946. She was very active in many school activities, including band, chorus, and sports. She went on to graduate from Bloomsburg State Teachers College, now Bloomsburg University. She was a teacher in the Melton Area School District before raising her family of 6 children. Mary Ellen was known for her life of service. She was an active member and volunteer with her church, with the Melton Merchants Association, and with the Women's Clubs of Melton. A longtime Meals on Wheels volunteer and hospice volunteer, she also served on various boards, including the Melton Area School Board. Service to the community and the education and enrichment of children were very important to Mary Ellen. This award, in her memory, will go to a student who exemplifies those same ideals. This year's recipient is Maya Cromwell.
Anna C. Yeagle Memorial Scholarship. This award is in memory of Anna C. Yeagle, a Milton resident who graduated as a member of the class of 1940 and died in 2006. This scholarship will be presented each year to a deserving individual with an outstanding academic record who is enrolled in a 4-year college or university. This year's recipient is Luke Rout. Bernice A. Bissell Memorial Awards, awarded in memory of Bernice A. Bissell. She was a longtime resident of the Milton Borough who was employed by and retired from American Home Foods. Ms. Bissell desired to promote education through these awards to deserving students. Ranking 10th in the class of 2022, Riley Murray. 9th in the class, Olivia Weaver. 8th in the class, Janae Birdie. 7th in the class, Andrew Roy. 6th in the class, Morgan Dreisbach. 5th in the class, Carter Lilly. 4th in the class, Abigail Snyder. 3rd in the class, Brody Scoggins. 'H. William Coke Memorial Scholarship Award. Presented in memory of H. William Coke, who served as a solicitor for the school district from 1955 to 1990 and was an alumnus of Milton High School. This will be a cash award for the valedictorian and the salutatorian of the senior class beginning in 1992. Funds for this award came from donations by friends and colleagues of Mr. Coke. 2nd in the class, Kelly Hawes. 1st first in the class of 2022, Luke Rout.
Now for the presentation of our 2022 Dreyfus and Hackenberg scholarships. The next group of awards are the Samuel Dreyfus Family Fund Scholarships and the John Frederick Hackenberg Family Fund Scholarships. The Dreyfus and Hackenberg family names have each been part of Melton's history for well over 125 years, and these names are now perhaps best known in association with the annual Dreyfus and Hackenberg Scholarship Awards. Today, it is appropriate to provide some background information about these two families and the scholarship funds. Samuel and Wolf Dreyfus immigrated to the United States from Austria and established a men's clothing store on South Front Street in Melton in the late 1800s, which was successfully family-owned and operated for over 80 years until the 1970s. Samuel's daughter, Ray Elsa Dreyfus, lived in the family's residence on the second and third floors above the store until she died in 1978. In her will, Miss Dreyfus created the Samuel Dreyfus Family Fund in memory of her father. The Hackenberg family had also established itself in Melton long before 1900, with Peter Hackenberg being the owner and editor of the Meltonian newspaper and one of his sons, William, being an attorney and state senator. His other son, John Peter Hackenberg, operated a store on Center Street selling imported china, glassware, and brass items. John Peter Hackenberg's children were John Frederick Hackenberg and Marietta Louise Hackenberg. Miss Hackenberg used her will to create the John Frederick Hackenberg Family Fund in memory of her brother. Both Ray Elsa Dreyfus and Marietta Louise Hackenberg cared about Melton and volunteered in the community during their lifetimes. Both of them wanted to continue to support Melton on a permanent basis, so each of them left a substantial amount of money to create their respective trust funds. The annual income from the Dreyfus Family Fund has been given out as scholarships every year since 1981, and the income from the Hackenberg Family Fund has been allocated for annual scholarships since 1992. From 1981 through 2021, more than $4.8 million has been shared by the 681 Melton area high school graduates who have been awarded scholarships. Few, if any, other area high schools have scholarship programs of this magnitude, and the Melton Area School District is most fortunate to have these two outstanding benefactors. During the present year, 2022, $186,876 will be distributed for scholarships from the Samuel Dreyfus Family Fund, and $45,614 will be distributed for scholarships from the John Frederick Hackenberg Family Fund. This makes a total of $232,490 available for all current Dreyfus Hackenberg scholarship recipients during 2022, including today's newly awarded students. From the Melton class of 2022, one student will receive scholarships to further their education in the health careers field. One student will receive scholarships to further their education at Bucknell University, and 6 students will receive scholarships to further their educations in the general areas of art, music, literature, science, engineering, and philosophy. Without further ado, the scholarship recipient in the health careers category is Abigail Snyder. The awardee in the Bucknell category is Dylan Gwynn Bailey. And the recipients in the general category are Luke Rout, Morgan Dreisbach, Carter Lilly. Kelly Haas. Brody Scoggins. And Ashley Shamblin. That concludes all of our awards and scholarships. Can we give one more big round of applause for our recipients? At this time, all of our 11th graders in attendance, please report back to Block 4. Families, if you would like to hang around,